Previously on Roll Britannia. Keth, you do see, coming running out of a side room, a small but adorable black and white fluffy-tailed cat.
And Keth is gonna freeze. Is it gone?
Is Keth afraid of cats?
Is it gone?
Yes, it's gone. There is an island called Nassau.
Can we stay there?
This may be an island for us to settle down.
Oh,
You should surrender now, lay down your weapons, and no harm will come to you.
They throw down their arms, raise their hands, and surrender.
Is there a ship in the
There
bay?
is, yes.
This is mine now.
What's this ship called? Every
The
ship needs a
Valkyrie.
name. Did you move all of our stuff as well, or just your...
Everything's here now.
did you evict us from the Teldath?
This bottle here is paired with a vessel.
This is a lot for a hangover.
My ship goes in tiny bottles.
This piece of paper here, it is a missive informing that it is an item of import in the land you or I might know as the Orcish Republic of Krull, ruled by wild tribes of orcs, brutal in their combat. There is not a soul that has ever ventured to the Republic and lived to tell the tale.
Well, that's a good... Yeah.
It seems then we have a suicide squad.
I need to get into our game. Could you possibly go and collect?
How about I sit on your shoulders?
We wear the trench coat.
Yeah.
I want the Lotso cats. It's like got a load of tiny cats in it. They're like knitted, and then it turns into a full-size cat, and that'd be wicked. I really want to mess with Keth in that one.
Keth is getting a tattoo and does it say King of Drinking.
Yes. The dink of kinking.
Are you all getting a good night's sleep?
Yes.
Yes.
You report for duty at the beach the next day where Starflower is waiting to show you just what this bottle can do. All caught up? Good. Let's get back to the action. Last time we played, you did all your shopping, got all your bits and pieces. Team Muff did some bizarre...
I would like to clarify something. From the last episode, obviously, Team Muff... Malrus jumped on Jeff's shoulders, wore the big
We
cape,
muffed it,
wore the
didn't
big
we?
cloak.
Yeah.
Team,
Yep.
Went in.
Yep.
It's occurred to me
Muff
since
diving.
now and then, in some sort of break that we've had, why did that happen? Why didn't Malrus just, if he'd already click and collected, so he only had to walk in and get his stuff. Two, I offered before he suggested doing the cloak thing to do click and collect as one of my two options, and he said,
Yes.
"Nah, let's do this." And two, why did he have to be on my shoulders if all he had to do was walk in? I'd given him a list and my goals,
Yep.
so all he had to do was walk in.
All valid questions.
Yep.
Malrus,
But why?
And yet...
why did you make me put you on my shoulders?
It was funny as fuck.
Why not?
Because he's
Yep.
a great
Yep.
sport.
Just see if I
that
do
is the
it.
correct answer.
Was it just to see if I do
Because
it?
it is, as they say, the magical world of D&D, and Malrus was fucking with you.
You played me. Fair play, buddy.
Trickster.
Stand out.
It
Yeah.
wasn't until afterwards. I was sat there thinking, I was like,
Literal trickster god.
Why the fuck
that
is he on my
that is to the
shoulders?
T.
Sort of trick.
So,
hats off, mate.
it is that you all went to back to your various lodgings, did whatever it is you do, tugged it, and all night
Maybe.
long.
Lionel?
And you meet up again on the next morning at the beach, where Starflower, looking much less hungover than the last time you saw her, is stood looking quite sharp and ready to get underway. She's holding the bottle that you saw in Timber's office yesterday, in fact. And she says, "Right, you four. Are you all packed, ready to roll? Got all the things you need?"
Yeah.
Packed,
Five.
What do you mean?
Bill
What do
is
you mean?
here as well. Thanks for noticing.
I've
Yes,
bought two.
Bill.
I've bought two changes of clothes this time. I'm not getting caught out like Nemesis Island again.
Good.
And
That's
three
probably
pairs of
more
pants.
information than I wanted to know.
I've not bought a change of clothes. I just expect to get this lot.
Wow.
ruined,
You're just
so-
going to find
You'll fit
more
right
bed
in.
sheets, aren't you?
No, I don't think they have bed sheets in the Orcish. Maybe
What
that's
ship are we
racist,
going
I
on,
don't know.
Yeah.
Starflower?
You can get 4 days
Well,
on one pair
I'm
of
glad
pants.
you asked that.
Yeah,
Oh.
5 if you wear them on your head.
Derek, shh, she's talking.
we're going to ship out on the Dath, but
Is that a pun?
Captain Timbers didn't want you to feel like your ship was going to waste and that you wouldn't have it to hand if you needed. And that's where this very clever bottle comes in. If I'm right, and I usually am about these things, you can... it'll be quite handy. If you take this, Malrus, and she hands you the bottle.
Take the bottle. What do I do with it?
And,
Chug.
just,
Yeah, down it. Get it down, you mate.
yes, down the empty bottle, Malrus. Just down in one. Down in
Down
one.
in
Down
one.
in.
Hey!
We like to
One.
pretend to drink with Malrus because anyway.
He's an acquaintance of ours.
Yes.
Wow.
When she hands him the bottle, is it like when he grabs it, it's an enormous bottle, and then when he hands it back, it's a little teeny tiny.
One of the miniatures.
He's not a borrower.
I was thinking like out of Little Britain.
It might be little, but he's fucking heavy.
Biscuit. Thank you.
So she says, pointing the neck of the bottle towards the Valkyrie there.
Okay. I'll point the neck of the bottle towards the Valkyrie in the water.
Derek's gonna take about 54 steps back.
It's very precise.
54, precisely. You're in Nancy's at this point.
That's
I'll
why he
have
did
I'll
it.
have
It's
another
just-
round, please, Nancy. They're
Oh, hello,
fucking about
dear.
on the shore.
It's just one step
Sure,
into
no
Nancy's,
problem.
Just enough to poke his head in and be like, same again.
Yeah.
Back out.
And
get me a
as you
daiquiri.
point the as you point the neck of the bottle
Two
at
banana daiquiris,
at the
please,
Valkyrie, Starflower says, "Now, just make sure you're holding on tight, as
Okay.
the bottle starts to you just feel it start to vibrate slightly, and then all of a sudden, the Valkyrie does something very strange indeed. It sort of twists and morphs and jumps into the air and compresses and zooms in a colourful stream of brightness and wood and timber and iron and shit and canvas and with the sound of a cork going into a bottle, you now see that in this bottle is a
Oh my
perfect
god.
tiny replica of the Valkyrie.
Actually, Nancy, I think.
All my stuff
Right.
is on that.
Actually, Nancy, I think I've had enough to drink.
My mum and dad never had a ship
And there
like
is now a
that.
cork in the neck of the bottle.
Malrus, you
That's something fancy.
Whoa.
Malrus, where's my stuff?
It's in the bottle.
Malrus, you've got a. How long did it take you to make that? You got a perfectly formed version of the ship.
Someone's stolen your ship.
But yeah,
Wait.
someone nicked it.
That's cool.
Does that only work on
We
ships?
thought so. I
if
wasn't
we were in
100%
there?
certain what was going to happen, to be honest with you, but it did seem to suggest in what we found that would be the case. I mean, there were some documents about this particular ship. So, from our understanding, as long as you don't break the bottle and the cork stays in, your ship will be nice and safe in there. As soon as you pull the cork out, it will, what's the word? Eject.
Right.
Oh,
Well, what about the ship?
oh.
Yes, you may use the toilet.
No, I was wondering, Starflower, what happens if there are people on board?
We haven't tried it out. Would you like to test it?
Yeah.
We met this guy called Steve when we arrived back on the island. He seemed like a bit of a waster. I'm not sure he was
wait,
like-
wait.
They were
Starflower.
drinking at about 10
Starflower.
o'clock in the morning.
I think
says
Yalom
Derek,
was
as he
still on
finishes his
board.
banana
Malrus, shut
daiquiri.
up for a second, fuck up.
No, Yalan is on the Dath.
Oh, thank God.
I'll go.
I sent him to clean the carpets.
We needed the we needed the ceilings mopped.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. This model ship, those carpets are
Can
awfully
we
dusty.
could get Steve. Malrus,
They
point-
do. They get
So-
dusty, don't they, rather quickly?
Malrus, try it in the reverse. If you wanted to suddenly pokeball the ship out, someone was using that term earlier. I don't know what it means, but I assume it might be referential. If you tried to pokeball the ship out, say, would you
You've
just have to
actually
point
used it perfectly.
Excellent. Reading does help you learn. You were right, Derek. So if you point it in the water, does that mean it'll go there? But if you pointed it on land, I'm guessing that'd be bad. Or does
I
it
would
not work on
imagine
land?
so.
Shall we
Try
try it
some
out?
stuff.
I'd
I
imagine.
mean,
Point it just up the beach there. near that crowd of people.
Don't encourage him, Derek.
Derek, you evil bastard.
Malrus,
Yeah.
you hear a voice,
Oh no!
and it says,
Malrus,
Uh,
what is it those people over there?
That was Derek.
Why don't you just pull the cork out?
Look, Keth and Jeff, I'm not going to lie, I was only joking, but if he actually does do it, then it'll be pretty spectacular. So
We'll know whose
Let's-
fault it
Do we
is.
know who's down there? Because we could maybe rescue a couple of them to then try. Or when we put it down there, anyone who survives, we'll tell them to get on the ship, and then we'll and see if they survive.
this has got very dark very quickly. Starflower says, Malrus, I wouldn't point that at the land. That we suspect it'll go wherever you point it, so maybe keep it pointing at the water if you're going to take the cork
Okay.
out, yeah?
yeah, okay.
Sounds like you're trying to potty train.
You hear a voice, Malrus, and you go,
Bad, Malrus.
What? What?
I told you to pull the cork out.
and you take
an actual spit take.
you take 4 points of necrotic damage.
Oh,
Everything all right there?
yeah.
It was the bad Malrus just got me like he was a dog. Malrus.
You take 4 points of necrotic damage as you're hit on the nose with an imaginary needle.
Yeah.
You're sprayed with the imaginary water spray.
Not on the beach, Malrus.
I love that all Malrus-related magic seems to just be reduced to just insane things like, you're a really powerful magician. Oh, cleric, you've got power of a trickster god. Use your yo-yo. Here's some necrotic damage for being demonized. Oh, look, you've got slapped by the newspaper.
Starflower says, you all right, Malrus?
Yeah.
You look a bit...
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
Okay. Well, shall we get on board? Because the captain is quite keen to get underway.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm going to strap the bottle to my belt.
Just think, I've got my axes,
Excellent.
I've got my guns, I've got all my new rings.
Make sure
I've got
that
my
cork
flat
is in,
top
Malrus.
bag, I've got my gold buried on the beach.
Because if that
I've got my
breaks,
spending money.
all my stuff's gone.
If you die, Derek, where shall I send your gold to? that you
If I
buried?
die,
Where is your gold?
the man who kills me can have it.
And he'll know where it is.
Look over there.
Starflower steps aboard one of the longboats and says, "Are you coming?"
Yeah.
Not right now, but we can start the journey.
And she
Somebody
pulls
was
out
gonna make that
a little water bottle and sprays you in the face and goes, "Bad!"
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm on my way.
We talked about this in training, Jeff.
Sorry.
She spritzes you in the face with it.
Don't sexualize. Don't sexualize.
Not the spray bottle of shame.
Um,
Come on, Bill, let's go.
and so are you hopping aboard?
Yep.
I'm not hopping
Yeah.
anywhere near a fucking boat. I will casually and carefully step / climb
For fear that he
Onto
does
the
more
boat.
damage to himself.
Okay.
because I don't have to roll.
and
if I do that, I hope.
Once you're all aboard, the little longboat just sort of slithers down the beach by itself and very casually just sort of motors over to the Tel Dath, where you guessed it, the ratcheting sound of the longboat being lifted up to the deck starts up, and you make it all the way to the top. And can you all please roll a dexterity saving throw as you get to the top, and it tips over.
Oh,
14.
It's nice to be home. 16.
Is a 17.
Well, I've rolled a 19.
Ooh.
Who are you?
Nice.
That's one in this game.
You all manage to step smartly off the little
onto a
longboat as it
boat.
just reaches the top before it starts to tip. And Keth, you stumble ever so slightly, but you're absolutely fine. And everyone, you're safely on the deck, and no one has fallen and broken anything.
Nice work,
Nice to
Jeff.
be home,
That's a
innit?
good start.
Can I just ask something?
Well done, Jeff. That's an auspicious start.
Is
We're
this
all very proud of
OOC
you, Jeff.
Yeah,
Malrus,
yeah,
or
yeah. Out of
okay?
character.
Yeah. What are you asking?
Would all of the pieces of 8 be on the ship or in the manor?
That sounds like a very sort of
Strange.
metagaming question there, doesn't
It
it?
sounds like something Quat would say.
Strange
Yeah.
question to ask.
Are all the pieces of 8 on the
All
ship?
these insanely magical
Or in the
things that we've
manor.
got.
Yeah.
Do I have
Yeah.
ready access to them?
That sounds quite metagaming to me.
Okay.
So,
Sounds chaotic to me.
I'll just might do something.
Okay. And
That really makes me.
Starflower says, now, before we get underway, there are a couple of things I need to talk to you about. Now,
Is it what Malrus just said? Because that's suspicious as fuck.
Yeah, that was really creepy.
I mean, that was very sus. I think you might be the imposter.
Yeah.
Well, it was going to be one of them among us.
Yeah.
Must be that he exploded a room full of men, and not in a good way.
He did. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the good way.
I don't know how to say this to you, but at some point between you leaving us and the island being set up and everything, someone has absolutely ransacked your cabin. I mean, the beds are destroyed.
What about the go-kart?
There's absolutely nothing left there. Everything's been taken out of it. I think you've been robbed.
No. Again, let's
No.
Mr.
Derek
Cleric.
Normalbeard does not get robbed. Derek
Mr. Cleric.
Normalbeard robs.
Do you want to explain the situation here and where all the shit in our cabins has gone?
Well, look, to make it up to you, the captain has arranged for a slight improvement in your accommodation.
Sick. Never mind. Malrus, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, actually, turns out it was stolen.
Honestly, the security you told us you were pirates. The security here is terribly lax. If
Bloody
we're
can't
not here,
trust a pirate as far as you
Well,
can throw
honestly, it falls apart.
Chief of Security's a pirate.
It's okay.
Shut up, Malrus.
Rita Glory has had the chief of security flogged, so
well,
shouldn't happen again.
That'll solve it.
Must have been his birthday.
And when we get out to sea, we'll have him keelhauled, so that'll be fine.
What was his name? Just out of curiosity, just in case I want to take a note, just so I can, tell him off myself.
His name is Maul Plart.
More.
More plot, Paul Cop.
More plot. I am writing it down.
He's
It's
the bloke
important
that
to
was
me.
riding a Segway round.
He's riding a what?
A Segway.
What's one of those?
Oh, it's just a way of moving from one topic of conversation into another topic of conversation, such as where are we staying tonight?
Anyway,
Nobody can spell it.
that's a very good point. So, we've upgraded your cabin to a suite. You should all have your own rooms now, which is ideal. And there is a private. It's a small space, but there is a private sort of social area.
Does it have a mini bar?
It's a. There isn't a minibar, I'm afraid.
Does it have a globe?
No.
Oh.
No.
Is there space for Bill's tank?
Yes, we've arranged for there to be a space for Bill's vivarium there for you.
Excellent.
Because that seemed to have been stolen as well. So you know,
just
hopefully
they're
you
made
can.
off with it.
He's been
Yeah,
traumatized since honestly.
Yeah. So we're very sorry about that, but hopefully this upgrade in your accommodation should hopefully make up.
Well, it's
for
a good
it.
start.
Well, you better bloody hope so,
The movie's best be free this time.
because otherwise we're going to be bloody furious.
Are we going to get tokens and things like that for things like the costume cupboard, so that way we can just have a few extra
Yeah.
clothes? Because obviously all of our clothes have been stolen.
Free
and
meal
stuff
at
like this.
Nando's and stuff like that.
It's still closed.
yes,
Don't rub it in.
Yeah, when Nando's open, I'm sure the captain will treat you all to a one of those platters, chicken and 6 or 7 sides and
Just
bottomless
more
soft
chicken.
drinks as well.
What about
Yeah.
ice cream?
Actually,
Yeah, we can do you some bottomless frozen yogurt as well.
It's fro and yo, I hear.
So, yeah, that is the thing. So now that's out of the way, we'll
Thanks
make
very
sure
much.
that in fact,
Appreciate
Yalan, and Yalan comes
Hi, mate.
over with his mop. He's looking a little bit more battered than the last time you saw him.
You all right?
Just his clothes just look a bit more worn. He hasn't had a chance to starch his shirts recently. He's actually lost his tails, his jacket with the tails on.
Christ, Alan,
it's a
you
bit
look
warm,
like
so he's
shit.
rolled his sleeves up. He looks very happy though. A bit more tan to him now. He's looking like he's living life. He has managed to shine his shoes though, so that's always good.
Oh, life at sea's doing you well, Yalan. You look well.
Oh
You
yes,
look-
sir. Yes.
You
Yes.
look
Oh,
like you're
Hello,
the
Jeff.
perfect seaman.
Hey.
hey.
Jeff, what's that in your pocket?
Oh, well, this. Oh, well reminded, Keth. This is that 90 gold that I lost to Alan with a Y in that poker game. Here's that 90 gold that I get. I'm going to give him 90 gold because I feel a little bit.
Oh, thank you. That's
just remember.
I don't really remember the.
Yeah,
okay.
Won that, remember?
Rather substantial.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Good man. Yeah.
Thank you.
You played really well. You're so clever and smart, mate. Honestly. You.
Thank you, sir. It's yes.
No need to. Not the sir. Don't worry. It's mate. Remember, we're friends.
Oh,
aren't we? You love me.
I feel
that
like
was.
Jeff's coming across especially creepy towards this young chap.
I know he's all sweaty.
It's nice to see you again.
Getting a bit crotchety. I'm not sure I like it.
Yeah. No, it's good to see you too. It's after that.
It's almost the same reaction when he talks to his hand, isn't it?
That has reminded me though. How is Casper? There's been a time frame. Can I check on Casper?
I mean, you will have checked on Casper in that time. He's fine.
Is he? He's good again. He's talking to me.
He's fine. Yeah, he's fine.
Yes.
Yeah. So Starflower says, Yalan, please show them to their new suite. It's on deck C, and then just come and see Timbers as soon as you're settled in, and we'll get underway. Okay?
I'm sure you already know the way to Jeff's store, Yalan.
I'm not sure what you mean. This way.
Just making a.
And he sort of spins round with the mop over his shoulder. And can Malrus, Derek, and Keth please roll a dexterity saving throw, please?
So it gets slapped in the face by the mop head.
Yes.
18.
It's not good.
That's
18,
that's fine. 24. I got huge
24,
dexterity bonuses.
Plus 6. I got an 11.
Ranger.
You do get slapped in the face by the mop as he spins round.
I'm just short enough to be missed.
It goes straight over your head, yeah.
Keth
And straight into Derek's face.
Just got a face full of Yalan's juice.
Keth takes a sharp step backwards. It flies straight over Malrus's head and just slaps Derek right in the face.
I just got a face full of Yalan's juice there, Jeff. I don't know if that was meant for you or not.
He leads you off to deck C and opens the door to your new suite. And you find in there a sort of circular room with just a couple of bench seats in there. There's even a little porthole window in there now, so that's nice. Ooh. And off to both sides of the room, there are 4 doors, one with each of your names on.
Oh.
Yalan, you've done a tremendous job. Very impressed.
Yeah, well done, Yalan.
Thank you. I mopped it myself.
I can see.
Yeah,
the ceiling.
Yeah.
It's still drying.
Yeah, the mopping is coup de
You
grace.
tasted
as my
it,
mother
so
always said. A good house
Strong
isn't
chemicals.
good until it's been mopped.
Good house is a wet house.
She sounds like a woman.
Mildew is just a myth.
Yeah,
certainly.
Absolutely.
So I've got lots of mopping to do. There are some carpets on deck D that haven't seen a mop in it seems like ever.
Yeah, I would expect so. Yeah, probably. Why don't you fuck off and do that then?
Yes, I will.
He means that in the
fuck
gnomish
off
term,
to
of
you
course.
It's lovely to see you again, Jeff.
Good to see you too. Yeah.
I love you. Bye.
Love you too. Bye.
Derek's
and he
gonna
leaves.
wait till he's left and the door's closed, and then he's just gonna go.
Fuck off.
Jeff, why are you so awkward? Just be nice to him.
I am nice to him. Fuck off, leave me alone. Look, we need to get stuff doing. Come on. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He's gone. He's going to mop some carpets.
Do you want me to go and speak to him for you? I can pass on a message.
He's doing his thing. It's fine. Whatever. It just doesn't matter. Let's just keep doing. We've got stuff to do. Come on, let's go.
Up on the wall, the car Lexar that's there, the Billy Bash fish thing, sort of speaks up and it goes, Will Frostiron, Normalbeard, Tosscoble, and Silverbow please come to Captain Timber's cabin?
See?
Thank you.
We've got stuff to do. Come on, let's go. Come on, guys. Let's go. Gotta go to Timber's cabin. Woo! Timber's cabin. Let's do it. Woo! Woo!
Maybe Alan will be there.
No, he's the other side of the ship.
Maybe he's mopping Timbers' rug.
Can I just say, Malrus has got really sassy today.
He's had
I'm
a few
thoroughly
beers, hasn't
enjoying
he?
it. It's excellent.
He's had a few rums, and he's gone all sassy.
Hey, I'm on a coffee.
Every line is a bomb. Boom! I'm going to call it the toss.
No, I'm sorry.
Charge.
Malrus, we all know that Yeastmaster looks like coffee if you put it in a mug.
Yeah, and it behaves like coffee if you drink it off.
It'll keep you up for hours. but
So
it'll
you're
be
making
great.
your way to Timber's cabin, yeah?
Yeah, they can. I'll be the last out of the room, and I would just want to do a quick scope to see who's got the best room.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
Quick investigation check.
Yeah, roll.
That's a
roll
nat 20. That's a nat 20.
Okay, you can tell that.
It's going to be me that's got the best room, surely.
Bill has the restroom.
You can tell that Jeff has the room with the largest porthole and
it
has
does.
the most comfortable looking bunk in it.
Yeah.
What about
It's the
floor
only
space?
one with a double bunk.
Oh shit! Okay, I would like to roll a sleight of hand check and try and just switch those two names.
Yeah,
Switch my
do
room
it,
with
do it.
his.
Yeah, go for it.
That
If
is
you-
a sleight of hand. That's a 21.
Yeah, you do it.
I will be contesting this with a history check when we get back.
That's fine. You can do that. Before that, let's go to Timber's cabin.
That's fair.
Yep.
Are you going straight in or are you knocking? What's the
Straight
We've
in.
been
strategy here?
Keth's shoulder.
We've been called.
Straight
yeah.
in, yep.
I'll just shoulder down the door and I'll walk over the top of it.
Boys, I see you haven't learned how to operate door handles yet. Very nice. I've got a marvelous woodworker aboard. He's earning a fabulous living thanks to you, Keth.
Just replacing
Well,
hinges.
I'm all for
really.
supporting small businesses.
You have a woodworker aboard. What's their name?
He's specialising in door hanging now.
Oh. Well,
if you
what
have
was
a
he doing
woodworker
before?
aboard, I'd be quite
keep him
interested
close to us.
to say hello to him. I used to have
He's,
skill sets very
He's
close
going
to
to be
that, I
busy
feel.
with me around.
He certainly is. Right, boys, we are nearing time to set sail for the Orcish Republic. I must warn you, there is, while you are there, it is very likely that you will not be able to contact us, nor will you be able to reach any supplies from the outside world. It is said to be a barren place, so supplies will be necessary.
We're going to Scotland.
What's
Is that an Orcish thing?
That's a very strange pronunciation of the Orcish Republic of Kull, but
Oh, sorry. He said barren of resources and you get no phone signal. It's okay.
Maybe that's the Orcish word for
It's
it. I don't know.
Scotland, not
Scroll.
Scotland.
Yeah. It's a
Not
horrible place.
Scotland.
right.
Thanks, guys.
So are you boys prepared to set sail? For we will have precious little
Can't
chance
have
to take on
Scotland
any more
turning off.
supplies.
God. What about food and stuff? What are we going to do for that?
Well, you can take some supplies from Gorgon Ramsmash. He is brief to supply you what you need, but don't worry about that for now. We have a number of months before we reach the Republic. So,
Bloody hell. So we're going to be away from home a long time.
yes, this is my point exactly. You have finally grasped what I am trying to tell you.
I think I've left the oven on in the pocket pub portal. Give me 2 seconds. I'll just go into the wizard sleeve. No, it's all fine. No, I've only got fryers in here anyway.
So
So
you're right. He's gone through the floor.
He
I
does
didn't
that
realise they had
a
an
lot.
oven
He does
downstairs.
this, Captain. Don't worry.
yeah. I go through that. I'm very scraping the barrel and then trying to go through.
Right. So, I will repeat my question. Are we ready to set sail?
I think so.
I think so. Yeah.
As ready as we are for
Excellent.
the rest of the things that you ask us to do.
Right. Boys, I must warn you. The Orcish Republic has been an infamous place. The armies of the Empire have yet to successfully make any inroads there. So, that should tell you this place is highly dangerous. A place that is powerful enough to repel an army that has thus far conquered almost every land it has touched.
But they have not got hold of 3 of the pieces of 8 so far, and we have.
That is correct, boys. And we would like to keep it that way. So, if it is all the same to you, I will let you get comfortable and use this time to train yourselves, grow, establish relationships and friendships, because this may be, and I hate to say this, your last voyage if you do not succeed. It is a dangerous place, and we have never had a soul return from there.
Oh, you've sent people here before.
Not personally, no, but there are no tales of anyone returning. Although that does beg the question, of course. If no one returns, who tells the tales? So there is hope to be had.
Yeah, a little bit. I'd just like to say while we're here, if we are going to die on this mission, I'd like to thank you for providing me with a bunk with a double bed in it. That was really nice of you. I think
that's
I've
very kind of you, sir.
been given by far sort of the nicest room. It's got a nice big porthole in it.
I'm glad you like your new accommodation. I must apologise for any inconvenience that was caused by the ravaging of your previous abode.
It was all insured. Don't you worry.
Oh, that is good news. Right.
In fact, funnily enough, we've already managed to arrange exact replacements for everything that was stolen. It's
you must tell you your insurance. We've had terrible trouble in the past with ours. They
steals
wanted
from
us
a
to
pirate?
put quotes in.
I think
very
the
nice.
insurance document said it was Admiral.
That's
the nautical specialist.
oh,
We've actually got our
not
Admiral
Hastings, no.
multi-boat
They're in a
insurance.
hurry, I suspect.
No.
That seagull was rubbish.
They can process with Hastings. You can process 2 insurance claims in the time. We'd usually expect you to be only able to process 1.
But then you can't process one for quite a while after that. I understand. Anywho, banter aside.
Fucking hell, that's a really specific joke.
Extraordinarily specific joke.
I have much captaining to do, and I will see you boys later at the karaoke bar, I suspect.
Just before we go, Timbers, Yalan?
Yes,
Is
I know him well.
Is he just... I'm just going to do this whispering sort of just slightly out of earshot of Jeff and go, is he single, do you know?
I'll be honest with you, boy, I haven't asked him.
I might have to inquire, not for myself, but, just gesture over the shoulder to Jeff.
Oh, very nice. Well, as long as everyone's happy, that is in...
he just doesn't
that
know
is the
how to
important
express
thing.
himself is all. So, last time he was facing the wall with a bunch of flowers and it was really awkward.
Yes, I understand that young Jeff is quite an awkward character at time, but I'm sure he will grow. He was a young lad, of course.
Well, you know what the younger like.
Aye, that I do. Right, boys, I have things to do now, please. Fuck off.
See, I said that to Yalan and he did not seem to take it as well. But I will
He's
do.
still learning Gnomish.
Fair enough.
Young
He's only
Derek.
been here for a while.
Right, boys, good luck. Spend your time wisely, and I will no doubt see you later for a rounding verse of the Wellerman.
Oh, not again.
Look, here's the carpenter. Why are you here?
As we're all leaving, I just want to do because in the last episode, or not necessarily the last episode, as Jeff has seen Derek do a sort of at the door pause moment, as he sort of walked out, turned around, and seen Derek.
The
still
Columbo,
say
just one more thing.
he wants to walk, and as be the last one leaving, and just turn around and go, "Hey, Captain, don't worry.
Yes, young Jeff.
Don't worry about us on this next mission, because you see, you may not have had any souls returned so far, but with some of the things that we've done, I'm not sure any of us have souls to return anyway."
Well, that is both inspirational and very dark.
I want to have left before he says that. Just not even, just say my piece.
Two sides.
Oh, you've gone. Right. Well,
two distinct
I
sides of the
suppose.
same coin. Inspirational and very dark.
All you hear is
I see
the
you've gone.
carpenter
Well,
resorting
talking to
the
myself
door
in
that
a
Keth is
cabin
flat.
again. As you
props the door up.
as you walked out of the room, there's a carpenter already there, just rehanging the door.
That's what Keth said, wasn't it? You're like, oh, the carpenter's here.
Yeah, so I said it. Oh, sorry, mate.
You might want to get a tent flap put on this. We're going to be in and out.
You get one of those hinges that you get in a kitchen door in a restaurant that just swings both ways.
Just get
Has he
some
got like a
beaded
special
curtains.
device
Just
that
like
like
Jeff.
goes off like
You have to walk
like
through.
some sort of superhero that when wood breaks on the ship, he's like, I must be there.
Yeah, he does.
The
He's got
carpenter.
he's got the equivalent of Spidey sense, but for broken wood. Carpenter does whatever a carpenter does.
Can he shave all the wood? That would be bad because he's a carpenter.
Right. So
We'll work on that
there's
for next week.
There's a couple of months at sea now, and I'd like to go around the group and just very briefly tell me what your characters are doing while they're at sea for this next couple of months. What's Malrus doing? Excellent, there you all are. I've been looking for you lot. Well, come on, get settled down. There's a lot to get through. Now, you know the rules. You can drink as much grog as you like in here, but no snacks. Somebody last week crushed up some peanuts into my very plush carpets, and it took ages to clean them up. Of course. When I say we, I mean Pedro. Right, let's get to it. The moment with the Dungeon Master. First things first, of course. Everybody here at Roll Britannia has an extra special, super glittery, and very heartfelt thank you for joining us again. And the reason for that special thank you is because, well, thanks to you, we've smashed another milestone. We've had 50,000 downloads, which is amazing. We really couldn't have got this far without the amazing support of you lovely lot out there. So, it's fantastic having you all aboard. Okay, it's shout-out time. Let's see what my grumpy parrot has for me this week. Pedro! Scroll! Ah, good work, boy. Got a good one this week? Do I really have to listen to another one of your terrible bird-related jokes? Fine. Just make it quick. I don't know. What do you get if you cross a lawnmower with a canary? Shredded tweet. Pedro, any more of these crap jokes and I'll be feeding you into the lawnmower. Now, give me that scroll and shoo. Sorry about that. So, this week's shout out goes to Scott McGorry, who gave us an amazing iTunes review. Thank you so much for listening to the show, Scott. We're really glad you're enjoying it and that you chose Roll Britannia as your very first D&D podcast. Stand back, everyone. There's a random celebrity shout-out coming this way. So, this week, to celebrate his birthday, longtime D&D fan Vin Diesel has decided to embark on a Roll Britannia marathon. Now, there's definitely some truth in there, somewhere. I mean, you know, some birthdays happened. Yeah. Now, I know what you're thinking. How in all the Shattered Lands can I get my own shout-out, James? I've got an amazing idea for the show, but I just don't know how I can tell you. Please, can I have an NPC named after me? Well, as you know by now, it's no easy task. Countless brave adventurers were strong of arm and sharp of mind who have been brushed aside by my fiendishly challenging tests. Not really. It's really easy, you know. If you want to get in touch with the show, just look for us on social media, whichever one you like. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Discord, we're there. And we love chatting with you lot. So don't be shy, get involved. Now, if you're really enjoying the show, and you must be, you've got this far, why not take a moment or two to give us a lovely 5-star review, eh? There's loads of places to listen to podcasts, so wherever you get yours from, some kind words from you guys really helps to keep our Practical Nonsense podcast afloat, and it also helps more fantastic people just like you to discover the show. And if you haven't already, make sure that you've bashed that subscribe button, otherwise Malrus will be kicking in your cabin door in the middle of the night and stealing all of your loot. Right! That's all from me this week. I have 1,000 things to do and 4 lunatics to keep in line. So, lounging around in here and get back to the adventure. Go!
Just sort of, I guess, back to my usual haunt of the crow's nest on the Tell Dath, I suppose.
Crow's nest and yo-yo stunts, is it?
And yo-yo stunts. And what I will do is I will very firmly affix the Valkyrie in a bottle to one of the edges of the crow's nest and just sort of chill out and just watch that rock backwards and forwards.
Yeah.
Whilst I do some reading of various different books of magicalness.
What I'm getting from this, Malrus, is you're not using your cabin.
Oh, I am. I'm just chilling out there for this point.
During the day.
During the day. Okay. That's where I'm just going to hang.
So you're going to be out for a while.
No, not for a very long time.
I would like to know, Malrus, in this time span, with your new ship in the bottle, have you, I'm going to use inverted bunny rabbit ears here, sacrificed any other members of the island to test out various different things about your ship bottle situation?
No, because I didn't have
And
time.
have you gleamed anything?
I haven't had
You've
time.
had 2 months.
You've had
Well,
2 months.
I can't open it on deck, can I? And
Just another ship appears on
Yeah.
deck.
Well, but you can do it over the
really
side.
fucks the place up.
You can do it over the side and then just be like,
I guess so.
and then be like, hey,
But
I'm
maybe
not
there's a
gonna do
massive
with the
ship
Tell
there.
Dath
Does anybody
crew.
want to get on it? Yeah.
Do you remember what one of the rules are?
yeah, I know, but there might be. You were gonna
Yeah,
you
but you-
fucking murdered people on the beach. You were like, I'm
you've
gonna
never
cannonball
really
them all.
been that big a fan of the rules.
Yeah.
I
So at this point in time,
suppose.
they're there
I'm just
to be
trying to
broken.
play by the rules for a little bit.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
It's all the
Nice.
ultimate chaotic
I'm-
thing.
I'm
Sometimes playing by the
Chilling
rules.
out,
Yeah.
just behaving.
He's reached the end of the chaotic evil spectrum, which flips back round to play by the rules.
Yeah.
It's chaotic good now.
Well, it's not chaotic if he doesn't sometimes follow the rules.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm
Otherwise,
just-
it's just pure evil.
Now I've got my little ship in a bottle. I'm just reminiscing about past times with the family that are
Aw.
long gone.
Nice.
That's very sweet.
Oh,
It's a nice insight.
bittersweet.
I like that. Okay. In that case, well, let's do Jeff next then.
Well, I think that at this point in time, Jeff has, by sort of day, and yes, I'm going to sort of break myself up a bit like a superhero. But by
But
day,
at night he is the carpenter.
Every
so by
door
day
Keth goes
he's
through, for
essentially
fuck's
going to be
sake.
quite. It's just sort of very solitary. He's going to be keeping himself to himself, not quite in the same sort of hermit way as Malrus, but sort of if someone comes by, he's very friendly, sort of really trying to build relationships with all of the crew, get a good solid bond. And so by night, he's like in the pub with them all, or you know, in the karaoke bar. He's doing group solos. He's doing what numbers that he knows everyone's going to get involved with to cheer everyone up. He's generally trying to boost morale. He's always the guy who's sort of like, "Hey, how you doing, mate? Oh yeah, amazing. Oh great."
He'll find out that that Yalan and his mates are going to the karaoke and be like, "Oh, I just so happen to be here at the same time."
No, I'm there. I'm a staple there. Everyone knows that Jeff's going to be there every night because that's it. Is that by night I'm Mr. Social, but by day I'll try and avoid everyone and keep myself to myself, collect my thoughts, and it's more a case of I know that I need to grow up, but I don't know how or which way to grow up yet. And so I'm doing bits of practicing magic, but I'm not involved in Starflower. I don't need the kind of beration that I had last time. I know that I'm sure that Derek was watching at times, and it's sort of like I just think that there's too. I try. So I'm doing a lot
I'll
of things
be watching from above.
Yeah, I'm sure that Malrus is always watching. He's always watching.
Always
But yeah, a lot of practicing magic on my own. Just trying to, in the day, grow up and decide which way I want to be, really, how I want to become. And yeah, there's a lot of weird emotions at the moment.
Okay.
I'm an emotional guy.
It's two very, very deep character developments there. I like it.
Thank you.
Cheers,
Cheers, Malrus.
Woo.
Jaeger.
For a total change of this, Keth, what have you been up to for a couple of
I'm
months?
capable of emotional depth. Just not well.
Promise.
So, actually, Keth is a bit grumpy and distracted on two counts. The first one is that although he was very proud of the King of Kinging, because it wasn't quite all there for his tattoo, the King of Drinking, he's not been able to keep up the King of Drinkingness, and he keeps getting pissed and doesn't know why. So he's a bit annoyed about that. And the other thing is that it sounds weird, but Keth is a bit distracted and angry about the next mission because he does not like orcs. Because although he's
for a change,
I know, but the difference is
my mind.
well, not the difference,
Surprise.
The reason for that is because he's half orc. Keth is not liked by orcs, and he's not particularly liked by humans either. He was rejected by
He's
both.
not particularly liked by dwarves either.
Going up against some orcs, who every time like an orc warband or whatever came anywhere near the village that Keth was living in, they used to rib him as a hybrid or a half-breed and really gave him some horrible treatment for it because he wasn't one of them. He was a mix. He was an abomination. So he doesn't like orcs anyway. So he's thrown himself into training and trying to get his combos up, like putting together things like grease grenades and fire and trying to combine those sorts of things. Working with Bill a lot. You know, if you can throw a smoke grenade here.
Grenade?
Yeah,
He's made up some training aids.
Okay.
He's made some wooden training aids.
Some dummy grease grenades.
From like Gorgon, and just from the deep fat fryer at the back, just sort of like just lobbing them.
Yeah, over the side of the ship as well. You know.
He's testing the weight of his draw with the new suppressor attached to Brittany. You know,
Turns out the chip fat is actually way more explosive.
I know.
It's going to be really disappointing when he uses the real one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So
just honing your craft.
He's really thrown himself into that because he's not looking forward to going against orcs because it seems like he doesn't like anybody, but orcs never accepted him because he's that weird half-breed.
Yeah.
So you're saying when you fight the orcs, you're not going to go half-assed?
Well, not like that pun, no.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I was trying to get there as well.
And with that terrible joke, Derek?
Derek, you're a terrible joke. That's a segue.
Derek is going to spend a couple of months.
There's your fucking segue.
Yeah, mourning over his deceased family. No, Derek is going to spend a couple of months just generally thinking about where they've been, where they're going to, or wondering whether his sister could have got there, but of course probably not because she's dead, or is she? But all this kind of stuff. And then he spends his evenings. What he's done is he's opened up. He's charged a couple of silver per entry, but he's opened up the Wizard Sleeve as basically a bar fight battle royale, where if you're really particularly pissed off at something, you can go in and smash a chair over somebody's head, and because of that, obviously, he's
super wealthy.
Have you started Fight Club?
Honing his own skills, because I've now, with my level up, I've got a Tavern Brawler feat.
Nice.
So he's really been just sort of sharpening his edge with that. But obviously, you're not allowed to talk about Wizard Sleeve.
Yeah, of course you can't talk about it. Yeah,
you're not allowed to talk about it. So, funnily enough, there's only a couple of rules. The first two are in fact don't talk about Wizard Sleeve Bar Fight Club. And other than that, he's just been sort of testing when Keth has been doing his combos and stuff. He's been testing his evasion skills and sort of trying to find a better way of keeping himself alive, using some of the new things he's bought from Argus. So he's been practicing his finger guns and that kind of thing. But he still doesn't really like magic.
Are you messing with people with the finger guns?
No, but there's been an occasion where somebody's like bought him a drink or said that he was really good at karaoke, and he's given them the finger guns. He's got like, "Thank you, mate," and he's accidentally shot them in the chest with a magic missile. And he's thought, "Oh, okay, never mind."
So what's the magic word then?
Oh yes, nice, good trip.
If you've been firing, that is.
What does
magic word, or is it "Thank you, mate"? The magic word,
no,
or
the magic word has got to be.
Hey.
Oh God. I really, do you know what? I can't. It shows the limit of my improvised potential, or improvised comedy, because I just really want the magic word to be bastard.
Do it.
So he's like, oh, you did a really good.
Thanks,
I did it my way on the karaoke. Well done. That's really good. Oh, thank you, you bastard.
Boom.
Oh shit. Bastard! Oh no! Oh, fuck.
Okay, cool. So it sounds like you all have a bit of a rare couple of months.
There is one moment that I would like to potentially play out with Keth, if that's okay. Now, I recently purchased from Argus a bag of kittens.
Yeah.
And that has 20 little adorable kittens in.
So sweet.
That
So
are
knitted ones.
Knitted ones, yeah.
Yeah.
But when you throw them and they land on the surface, they turn into real active cats.
Oh, no.
And so I want there to be a moment where I'm up with Malrus on the in the crow's nest, and we're just sort of chatting, and I've got my little bag on. I'm watching down, and I can see Keth wandering around on deck, and I'm like, "Hey, Malrus,
Go on.
should we have a laugh?"
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
And
Don't know
gonna
why
take
I'm
one of the
whispering. He can't
cats,
hear us.
And I'm just gonna hold it out, and I'm just gonna drop it. So it's
You're just
gonna
gonna
land basically in front of Keth, because cats have 9 lives and they always land on their feet, so it's fine. And it's until it lands on the surface, it's just a knitted tiny kitten.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going to use my free time to drop a cat off a large height.
No, it's not a real cat until it lands on the surface. It's fine.
So Keth,
I'm
you're
hoping
walking
inertia
around on
doesn't
deck one
continue
day,
as
just
it
taking in
becomes real.
the sea view, watching the sailors doing sails, and that happens.
that happens.
Wonderful.
And
If he was
as
at
it
home,
happens,
a
it just
cat
lands in front of you.
walked behind him.
Ah! And then I'm going to go straight into fight mode and just boot it. Which pains
Genuinely,
me.
is that what you do?
Literally just drop.
Is that what you do?
Roll to it.
Can I just ask Keth? Do you get it on the volley or is it on the half volley?
I'll catch it on the half volley.
Malrus.
We,
We're
one of
having
those.
some fun.
Well, it depends on what happens.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
no! Oh. 1.
Oh,
Amazing.
of course it was.
Oh.
Okay, so here's the scene. Keth, you're strolling on deck. It's a lovely day. There are salesmen doing sales things with sails.
Salesman.
I love
That is the official word for people who sail in this world. They're all salesmen.
Oh, have you seen this new?
I can't wait till one of the arcs ends up as we all end up at a sales convention.
Yep. The people that sell you thing, they're called sailors.
I like. See, I really like the burlap sale, but this new cotton sale is just it's only 20% more, but it really gives you that extra edge.
It does.
Like the Stark Expo.
And you're having a lovely time. You're enjoying. It's quite a nice day as the ship is sailing westward. It's the big dog. They're sailing westward, and you're enjoying the view. It's blue skies, blue seas, and it's a relatively still day on the water.
Sorry, was that a Tim Westwood joke? Sorry,
Yeah, it was,
we just got
Catch up.
Let's just drop that in. Hey yo, it's your boy Westwood.
I'm 53. My hair isn't real.
If anybody outside the UK, if you don't know who Tim Westwood is, just please look it up.
Just Google him.
Yeah, basically, for anybody who doesn't know Tim Westwood, he's basically the UK version of Exhibit.
Yeah, only considerably less cool.
I was going to say that is disrespecting on
That's defined
Exhibit.
by British, isn't it?
Anyway,
I'm sorry, Mr. Exhibit. Or is it Mr.
sorry, Mr.
Zibbit?
Westwood.
I don't know. Mr. Zibbit?
Mr. Zibbit, yeah.
anywho,
Exhibit aside.
so you're sailing westward. It's a beautiful
sailing-
day.
We're sailing Tim Wise.
We're sailing Tim-wise. That is the new direction. In fact, yes. The cardinal directions are north, south, east, and Tim.
South
It says TW on the
by
map
south
on the
Tim.
compass.
I would, if anybody, by the way, out there listening to this podcast, could do us up a mock poster of North by Northwestwood, that would just absolutely make my heart full.
And if Tim Westwood and Mr.
okay.
Zibbit could get in touch with the show
Right,
and
so
let us know
hang
your
on.
thoughts, that'd be excellent.
So the
Yes. Please direct all of your thoughts to
Okay.
Malrus
Okay.
Tosscoble.
hang on. So I want to see how Cat's playing out. Yeah, let's see.
Back
some
to the
cats.
story.
Because if
We've
not,
been
I'm about to
paddled.
throw 4 more cats at Keth.
Right. So, Keth, you're having a lovely day, strolling around on deck, when all of a sudden there shines
Very good.
an object of a knitted persuasion.
Tenacious, that joke.
Yes, falls from the sky, and as it lands on deck, it bursts into
into a pile of cat guts.
It bursts its benitted shell and becomes a tortoise-shell coloured
demon of fur and fluff,
very fluffy and quite adorable cat. And it quite happily sits there and goes meow and looks up at you.
Before Keth says anything, as a reaction, I'm just going to jump to Jeff nudging Malrus and going, "That's fucking sick. Grab 2 more of these bad boys, and we're each going to drop 2 more. Well, I'm going to drop 2 more and hope that Malrus does the same. Because whatever his reaction is, I want it to...
And keep the other.
I would also like to grab one. I'll try and position myself on the deck.
Whoa. You're not with us, motherfucker.
I'm not in the crow's nest.
You're not in the crow's nest.
I'm not in the crow's nest at all, but exactly. I might maybe on deck. I may be arriving on deck to see.
You're going to try and catch one?
Well, yeah, I'll give it a go.
Okay, right.
I
We're
want
playing
one
this
as a
now.
pet.
Derek wants
same.
it.
Right, hold on. Right, so...
I've got 20, and they're in our goose. You don't have to do this now.
Yeah, but that's fine. But I can get one.
Okay, here's the scene.
Free.
Here's the scene.
I'll give you one later.
Keth,
I want to fuck
this
Keth
cat
up.
has appeared in front of you, and as that happens, 2 more start to tumble. 3 more start to tumble down. Derek, you see these tumbling, having just seen a cat appear in being in front of a very startled Keth. I'd like you to roll a dexterity.
Just a straight check.
Sleight of hand.
Tom, this is going to be a
sleight of
good
hand.
reaction.
I'm gonna
try and catch one.
I'm going to turn to Jeff and go, "See, I told you you'd be shit scared."
That would be a 22.
Well, the 22, you see the first one turn into a cat, and then you look up and see 2 faces peeking over the crow's nest, and you see 3 more start to fall from the sky, and you run. You run towards Keth in a flat-out sprint, and in slow motion, we see you diving, and hand outstretched, just managed to field one of these falling woolen cats from the air, and you land and roll and keep this thing from touching the ground. Meanwhile, Keth, startled by the appearance of one cat, is now startled by not only Derek diving towards him and trying to snatch something out of the air, but the sudden appearance of a tabby and ginger Mog appear simultaneously next to this tortoiseshell cat, and both of them go, meow.
You
like
getting mogged, son?
What do you do? We're in bullet time now. What are you doing, Keth?
Keth reaches deep within Bob to pull out his blunderbuss.
Okay, roll whatever you need to roll for Bob.
You might get a second
By
pat
the
here.
way, before we get all the complaints letters,
No cats were harmed in the making of this imaginary podcast.
No cats are actually going to be harmed in this.
He's actually the most supportive of all cats, I believe.
Yeah.
Out of all of us.
He loves them. To be fair.
He does, yeah.
I rolled a 1.
Well, yeah.
So
Mine
unfortunately,
died.
no other animals spring out in this furry, purry
never mind.
hell. That
You
Keth
pull out the
finds himself
blunderbuss,
in. And
you
then
pull out Belinda, and you take aim.
I take aim at
I would
Tortoiseshell.
be.
At the
If only
tortoise.
2/3 of my cats weren't dead.
Oh, God.
Right.
You take aim at tortoiseshell, roll to hit.
Yep. Okay, so that was a 19 to hit.
Can I shock you? A 19 is going to hit a cat.
Especially with a blunderbuss.
Yes.
I also get scatter damage on that. I'm going to need to do some maths.
Yeah, I mean, roll damage on the first one, and then we'll see what else happens.
To nail a pussy, let's face it.
Well, Keth has destroyed a few pussies in his time. So...
Oh,
no
with
jokes.
Belinda.
No, yeah.
Oh.
Right, so I get 1d12.
I don't like it up 'em.
So I
It's all right,
rolled
we'll edit
a
that out.
4 for that. And I also
Locked
get... I also get a 1d6 for scatter damage as well. So I rolled a 4
Yeah.
for the first one.
What's the radius of scatter damage?
So is
Radius
it
of
catter
scatter
damage?
Scatter damage.
Oh.
I'm within 5 feet of said cat. Would you say I was within 5 feet?
I mean, I would say you were definitely within 5 feet of the cat.
What I always love about D&D
But-
is when really specific rules come down to minute stuff like, how far away am I from these fallen cats when I blast them with my blunderbuss?
Okay.
I think Jeff would have dropped them at my feet.
Yeah, I mean, the other two cats are definitely within 5 feet of this first cat, but my worry is that Derek might also be within 5 feet of these cats.
Oh, he's dived, yeah.
I dive for them, so I'd probably definitely...
He gets sneak attack as well, then?
Yeah. No, you don't get sneak attack, but Derek's going to get hit with the scatter damage.
Yeah, I will do. Most likely get hit with the scatter damage, which is fine.
Yeah, so roll your scatter damage then.
Yep, I rolled a 4 on my scatter damage.
Okay. Derek, you take 4 points of piercing scatter damage from pellets that catch you in the shot in the side as you dive past. What was the damage from the initial shot?
Try and do a good thing.
I rolled a 4 on the damage as well.
Okay. All 3 fluffy, adorable feline creatures quite literally burst.
There's 4, isn't there?
No.
Oh, no, there's 3 that you hit, yeah.
There's an explosion of fur.
Both of you are splattered with the bits of cats that you're not meant to see.
It's still knitted.
The bits that are sort of traditionally on the inside very much scatter you and the surrounding deck.
God.
And a few salesmen look over and look a little bit perplexed as to why you blasted a hole in the deck.
In their showroom.
The carpenter appears, looking a bit cross about the fact you shot the deck. And Yalan also turns up on deck, bearing a mop, going, there's some blood.
He's getting
summoned with a complex system of signals in the sky. There's one that's just a bit of blood. There's one that's an exploding cat. There's one that's some broken wood.
Very creepily,
did you catch the cat before
I caught a cat? Yeah.
So when you're cuddling it, it's a miniature knitted.
It's a tiny knitted cat.
It's not a real cat yet. Until it hits a surface, it's just a miniature knitted.
Do my
kitten.
arms not count as a surface?
No.
You have a little miniature toy knitted cat.
It's a little toy knitted cat. In which case, I'll place him gently on the floor.
Okay.
In front of Keth, who's going to boot him off the fucking side.
And those exploded cats. Keth,
and I'll
another
cover
cat
his
has just appeared in front of you, and you're holding a blunderbuss.
Don't bloody shoot me again.
Keth's already,
this one's mine.
Fur and blood, and it's like hyperventilating.
The red mist has descended.
So, Keth, Tom, picture the situation. So just so you're aware, because I want you to play it out. So you've just won, bang, 3 kittens. At which point, next to Derek, who's next to you, another one has appeared.
No. Another one hasn't appeared.
Yes.
It technically has.
Yes.
But I've still got my arms round it. I've still got my arms round him.
No, because you can't go like.
No, I put him on the floor like this and was gently sort of cradling him.
It's tiny. It's like this big. So you're gonna have to put it on the floor like that. So boom, it appears in the.
And then I'm gently cradling my arms.
So instantly you're like straight onto the floor.
Yeah, I got.
So you're cuddling a cat.
Keth, what do you do?
On the swivel.
So a cat's appeared and he's dived onto it, cuddling it.
Yep.
Okay, that's fine. So if he's cuddling on the floor,
don't shoot. This one's mine.
Keth will swivel and go, and it's like pointing it right at him, and also with Derek. It's like, Derek, get the fuck away from that. It's gonna kill you.
And Derek will turn and go, no, and he will stare directly down the barrel of the blunderbuss. If you're gonna use that thing, bloody do it.
Malrus, we've used.
That's what I thought.
5 of these so far. There's 20 in it.
Derek, those things are pure evil.
The cat that has just appeared. What's it look like?
Check again.
Well, the cat that's appeared
that I've got
white and fluffy.
Right.
It's white
and it's snow white and extremely
I'm rolling
fluffy.
a d6.
Don't you touch Chairman Meow.
Okay, I roll a d6 for a handful. Jeff's going to reach his hand into the bag and grab a handful, which has ended up being a 3. 3 more are going down.
Yeah, 3 more cats appear at your feet.
My feet?
Yes.
Both of us.
Yeah, surrounding you.
I'll have this one as well, and I'm just going to grab another one.
You can't hold 4 cats. It's impossible.
No, these 2 are mine. Nobody else.
There's 2 wild cats in front of you. And there's also 2 wild cats behind you.
I don't care about the other 2. I just want 2. Chairman Meow and Mr. Whiskas.
So you've got 2. And now there are 2 loose cats near Keth.
Yes.
Well, Keth will obviously panic because he's very jumpy now, and see the other 2 and just aim at one of them.
Roll to hit.
It was either Chairman Meow and Mr. Whiskers or Uday and Kusei Hussein.
This is one of my favourite argues
12.
items, I'm not going to lie.
I'm not going to surprise you. 12 is still going to hit a cat.
Do you really need me to roll damage?
I mean, do it anyway. Go roll damage and roll your scatter damage as well.
Taking off these cats.
I will roll my damage. Okay, so that's 6 points of damage there.
Okay.
And for scatter damage is a d6. So that's a 5. So 11 points of damage and scatter.
Okay, so 5 points of scatter damage to all creatures within 5 feet of the target, yes?
Yes.
So that would include the other cat that landed, Derek, and the other 2 cats that are with Derek.
Yes.
Can I not shield them with myself?
You want to take 3 lots of scatter damage?
That's fine.
Yeah, okay,
He's got his back to
fine.
them.
You can take 15 damage instead.
Fine. I'll take the 15 damage.
And the other 2 cats burst.
Oh, God.
At the risk of killing Derek, I'm not throwing any more cats down because at the moment this seems to be like
Guys,
Derek's
I
just
really need.
he will die for
I'm
these
going to
fucking
take
cats.
another cat out of the bag. And
I reckon
throw
I
it
could
down.
take probably
Okay.
about 3 more hits.
He's done it as another
Malrus
cat.
has let the cat out of the bag, ladies and gents.
Guys, I really
Another
need
cat
some.
appears.
I really need some medical attention here.
Keth is at a state of wild-eyed survival mode, frenzied panic right now.
Yeah.
Imagine your greatest fear being dropped upon you and just appearing from nowhere. It's almost.
Can this one land on his head? Can I roll for it?
Roll to hit in that case.
Okay. Tense moment here. It's a tense moment.
It is a
And
tense
that's 11.
11, no, it lands at his feet. Keth, another cat has appeared at your feet.
Well,
this one's black and white.
This one's black and white. At
And
least it's not
especially
ginger.
cute. I'm going to stomp it to death.
Which is exactly what I was going to do, which is I was going to raise... Well, no, not me. Keth is going to raise a boot and just... Oh, God, I hate saying this.
Do you realise your cat is right behind you, Tom?
Yes,
It's
I know.
right,
Hearing
literally
you
right
say
behind
this.
you.
Your cats are
Diego is
listening.
right there. That's his real name.
There you go.
I have,
Yep.
I have
Are
3
you
cats called
stomping?
Carlos, Diego, and Rico, and they're all amazing.
Okay.
They're all going to poo on my carpet now. But I'm going to
Is Keth stomping?
stomp.
Is Keth going stomp stomp?
Yep.
Stomp stomp. What is your
It's unarmed strike.
unarmed
so
attack? Yeah.
I administer 3 bludgeons.
Yeah, you crush this cat. You literally turn it to a 2D cat.
Oh. Well,
God.
Keth,
you are evil.
Okay, right.
Are
At
they all
this
dead? Are
point,
they gone?
Jeff's gonna turn to Malrus and go, you know what? This has been an interesting experiment and all. But this only cost me 200, and then he's going to dump the remaining 12 out of the bag over the side.
Oh my God.
Chip, have you factored in that I've already got 1 cat in my hand still,
I've
and
counted the fact that
just nicked another one?
Yeah, I've counted the fact that initially I threw 1, then I gave you 2, even though you kept 1, so that's 5, and I took 2 myself, that's 5.
Okay.
Then you've stolen another 1, and I threw
Yeah.
2, that makes it 8 total. So then I've counted in the fact that there's 12 more going over the side.
So
just
I've
for
still
the
got
viewers
2
at
cats.
home, the dungeon master is fully leant
you're-
over
you-
with his hand over his
No, 'cause I thought
face.
you said you took 1
Shocked,
and threw it
and I
over.
assume, probably correctly, ashamed at what has started happening in the podcast.
I'm racked with guilt.
Okay. I mean,
chose to do it.
And the
I
episode fades
didn't.
out with Keth murdering 12 cats.
so
You chose to stomp a cat.
Dun, 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 dun,
Keth
dun, dun.
just,
That's just the sound of him
imagine
stomping
Keth,
cats.
Keth, you spend the next few minutes stomping and blasting adorable kittens.
How does Derek survive in this?
Derek takes a bit more damage, but look, You're on the
Disappears into the
Dath.
pot.
You sought medical treatment, and you have managed to save 2 of these cats.
Yeah.
There is now a distinct mess all over the deck.
Yalan appears.
Look, it's the circle of life. Look, not
Yes.
all from a litter can survive, but
Malrus
these two.
still has one.
One
One
of
of
them.
them's
Malrus,
alive
you-
and in cat form, and the other one is in my top pocket and is still a tiny little.
Well, 2 of them are
stuffed
alive
kitten.
and in cat form, and one of them's in your pocket.
Keth
Yeah,
is just
no,
going
No,
to
no,
run off.
Malrus is saying that he
He
has
rescued
one
two.
as well.
Wild panic.
I thought the
Keth
last
is
one-
just
you've
gonna run away.
Malrus, you've got a living one as well.
I thought
I've
you
got a
threw
living
that last
one,
one over.
and I
I'm
have
pretty
a
sure you
stuffed
threw
one.
that one over.
So there are 3 live cats and 1 stuffed cat.
Yeah, Derek has 2. Malrus has
What
one.
are you calling
and,
yours, Malrus? I say, full of bullet holes.
And Jeff is currently trying to place a click and collect order for another bag of Lotso cats from.
Right.
Before we get too far away.
Right. Yeah, there we go. That was your 2 months at sea. And
Did I manage to get one out of curiosity?
no, you can't do click and collect.
No, I do not want to go.
What are
through
you
that
clicking?
No, as in,
What are you clicking?
Well, Malrus did a click and collect.
No, he did honk and collect.
Okay, can I honk and collect?
Yeah, you can go to Argoose and you can honk.
Can I remove 200 gold from my total and then end up with another bag?
Sure,
Yes!
fuck it.
For another
That whole
bag.
I
bit
think
was
we've broke the dungeon master
Oh,
at this
yeah.
I'm
point.
so horribly conflicted about.
You know what? That last 20 minutes cost me 200 gold in game, and I'm so happy with how it turned
Gotta
out.
say, guys, really graphic in points.
Yeah, I mean, I was expecting you to get on with something, but no, apparently we're just stomping fictional kittens.
No, he's just looking at my
Exploding
cat. He's
kittens.
just staring at me. Look at
He
him.
knows what you've
I
done.
mean, it is proper staring you out, to be fair.
So Malrus learns the meaning of "There she blows," keeping his ship in a bottle, and off he goes. After deceiving Starflower that their rooms were destroyed, and upgrading accommodation is the reward for our boys. Jeff and Yalan are awkward, and Malrus sets up in the crow's nest. Derek sets up Fight Club, and Keth puts his skills to the test. Over the months that pass, our bucks grow and reflect, but still find some time to throw cats at Keth. Now playtime's over, but will the games end there? Will you find out next time on Roll Britannia?